Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
So part of our meal today is going to also be sweet potato and parsnip puree, and this is what we're going to do. So the ingredients that we have are onion, white, yellow is fine, don't use red, garlic, parsnip, this is what a parsnip looks like in the grocery store, and a sweet potato, also known as a yam. So I'm going to peel it, and what you can do with the peels, believe it or not, instead of throwing them out, is deep fry them and make up sweet potato chips. We're not going to do that today though. So I'm going to go ahead and peel, and I'll come right back to you. I'm going to cut my onion, and I'm going to add my garlic, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it in this pot, and as soon as we fill it with the potato and the parsnip, we're going to then fill it with chicken stock. And with that said, I'm going to show you what that looks like. But in the interim, this is how you peel a parsnip. Okay, just going to take the outer skin, and again, if you wanted to and you had some oil left over, you can go ahead and fry it. And we're not going to do that today. That'll be another show. But once this is done, I'm going to chop it up, and also same thing with the sweet potato. So you know how to do that. I don't really have to show you how to do that. I will be right back. So whenever you do potatoes, cut it down the middle and try to make all the pieces the same size, because when you cook it in a liquid, they cook at the exact same time. But if you have different piece chunks, they will cook differently. So you don't want one to become completely macerated and then the other to be at its perfect consistency. So just kind of make sure that you're going the same way. The other thing is we're mashing this, so it's not going to be that big of a deal, but it's important to know that. Also, I forgot, one of my viewers called in and asked what a parsnip was. A parsnip is a root vegetable, and it's got a very floury flavor to it. Sweet potato has its own flavor, but parsnip also has a very unusual flavor as well. So if you cook with it sparingly. It can overshadow whatever you're cooking, but since we have 3 potatoes in here, 1 parsnip should be perfect. It's also really great to take these and roast them for a roasted root vegetable kind of thing. That I'm going to show you how to make roasted root vegetables for an appetizer coming down the road here soon. Not today, but so just so you know, parsnip, floury root vegetable that you can not only cook in your oven, you can fry it, and you can also cook in water, but you don't ever want to eat these raw, just so you know. All right. Okay, so all of this is in here. This is what we want. I'm going to add chicken stock. We'll come back to the oven, and I'll show you what I mean. So now I'm just going to add chicken stock just till it gets to the top of my potatoes. The important thing to remember about this is when you add your chicken stock, you want to add it to your potatoes. Nothing's hot, okay? You're going to bring the liquid up to the proper temperature to boil, okay? And your potatoes are going to get warm with the liquid. It's important to do that it cooks evenly that way, and your potatoes will be perfect. So remember, you only want to just get just above. Okay, and that's it, because it's going to absorb. So now we're going to turn that on, and we're going to leave it. And you know what? I'm actually not going to cover it, because you want the liquid to come up with the potatoes and evenly heat everything inside the liquid. And that's how you do it. And that's how you make perfect potatoes. The other thing that I don't do is I don't add salt and pepper to my water as I'm cooking, because if you over salt or over pepper, you can't take it out. So personally, I know chefs do this always differently. You add salt because it brings up the boiling quicker, but in my estimation, you can't take the stuff away. So wait till it's all done, taste it, then add your salt and pepper at the end. That's just me. So now we have the parsnip and sweet potato together, and I've incorporated actually some fresh thyme. So I don't know if you've ever pulled thyme sprigs, but you always pull it against the grain. So if the thyme is growing this way, you're gonna pull it this way. So that's what it should look like. So we're gonna add the thyme for a little flavor. And remember, we don't add salt and pepper. We don't add salt and pepper until the end, because the chicken stock is salty, and it may make the product too salty. So now I added just a little bit of butter, and I added the thyme. And honestly, that's about it. That's all you're gonna have to spin it, because I like there to be some sort of texture to my potatoes. So as you can see, it's got a really good texture, right? So let's give it a taste. Oh, it tastes pretty darn good. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of pepper and just a little touch of salt. And I think it should be okay. That's it.